This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse my tardiness. Obviously, I was at basketball practice, and, it just ran late. So I appreciate you for being here, ladies and gentlemen, and continuously supporting me. Of course, the channel's been demonetized, so you can support the channel by going to your Cash App, which is $ nothing but Knicks, or you can use PayPal, and that's paypal.me/nothing but Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I've been out of the loop for the last few hours. But my man Tony is telling me that the Knicks have signed Taj Gibson. Tony, you got some news for us? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
pretty sure people already know, but
I just read it myself, so probably about a half hour ago. And I'm excited about it, man. I feel like he fills, a couple areas of need, especially with Mitch going down, veteran presence. I mean, we talked about him being a potential signing even before the injury.
Right.
But I mean, veteran can stretch the floor. I think it opens up a whole bunch of different options for us now. Maybe even Hartenstein starting at some point while Mitch is out, or even Taj starting. But either way, it gives us a new dynamic, a new look at the 5 position where that spacing can open up.
Not only does it give us a new look at the 5 position, but it also gives the Knicks a look at the 4 position because he can do he can do the 4 or the 5. Right, so it adds some much needed size to the roster. You know what I mean? So obviously it's a good move. Taj Gibson is Tom Thibodeau's guy. You know what I mean? He knows what Tom Thibodeau wants to do. Tom Thibodeau knows what Taj Gibson is going to do. You can't beat it. I don't think you could have, unless there was some kind of, really up-and-coming guy out there that you could pick up. You couldn't have made a better move, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Can I highlight a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Michael Drake, he said it takes time away from Sims. What I feel about that is I think it just gives us more flexibility.
Yeah.
Because Sims, Hartenstein, and Taj also might have the foul issues. So it gives us that third, you know what I mean? I don't foresee Sims not playing because of this. I think it gives us a 3-man center rotation. And then a legit 2-man forward rotation, backup 4. Or 3-man, because Hartenstein can play the 4 as well. So I think it just opens up the rotation a little bit more, and it gives us that size that we've been lacking. You know what I mean? Hart doesn't have to play the 4 at all now. You know what I mean? He could stay at the 2 and 3 where I think he's more reliable or effective.
Yeah. I don't think it takes anything away from Jericho Sims either. I think Taj is more of a insurance policy. You know what I mean? An insurance policy, and also he's a guy that can, if Jericho Sims or Hartenstein just isn't getting it done, Taj Gibson can come in and give you some. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to take anything away from Jericho Sims. I think Jericho Sims will continue to start. Hartenstein will continue to come off the bench. I think Taj Gibson will come off the bench. Well, I don't even, Taj Gibson may not even play that much. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is with Taj Gibson is you don't have to worry about him going through, well, you got to learn the plays, you got to learn this, you got to learn that. He knows what to do already.
Or the players.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He knows what to do already. So I think it's definitely a good move by the New York Knicks, man. You know what I mean? Good move by the Knicks, picking up Taj Gibson. It adds a lot of flexibility to the lineup, more size to the lineup. We talked about a backup power forward. You know what I mean? If you need to add that back, if you need to use Taj Gibson at the backup power forward, you can use him at the backup power forward. He's been knocking down threes. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing it. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing it. So, yeah, I'm excited about Taj coming back. And hopefully he retires a New York Knick. You know what I mean? Hopefully he retires a Knick. Taking a look at the injury report for the night. For the Knicks, Emmanuel Quickley continues to be questionable. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson is out. All right, Dylan Windler, I believe, got waived. Right? He's on his injury report here, but he got waived so that the Knicks could sign Taj Gibson. And with Charlie Brown Jr. out, Jalen Martin out, they're G League guys. Jacob Toppin, G League. For the Utah Jazz, John Collins out. Jordan Clarkson out. Josh Christopher, he's a two-way guy anyway. Walker Kessler, he's probable for tonight. Lauri Markkanen, he's probable for tonight. So I'm expecting Lauri Markkanen to start at the power forward spot tonight. You know what I mean? For the Utah Jazz, they have at least, they have a couple of key guys that are injured and will not play tonight. The Knicks have one guy, Mitchell Robinson, and possibly a guy named Emmanuel Quickley that may not play tonight. Regardless, given the two teams, I expect the Knicks to win tonight. This is another one of those teams that I think the Knicks should beat. This is one of those teams I think the Knicks should beat. You know what I mean? And they should, they've been doing a good job beating the teams that they're supposed to beat, and they got to do it again tonight. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Are you looking at this as a game that the Knicks are supposed to win, Tony?
Absolutely. And it has trap written on it as well, but absolutely. I mean, most of the time, trap games are games you're supposed to win. I don't think it is a trap game, though. I think they come in prepared, knowing, they got to keep taking care of business. Yeah, they haven't really had any let-ups in this department as far as beating these kind of teams.
Right.
So I don't think it starts now. Had this been the last game of the trip or something of that magnitude, that may have been different. Mm-hmm. But first game in, I think they come in and take care of it.
Especially knowing that you're on a tough 5-game road trip. You know what I'm saying? I think the Knicks understand that, I think they believe they can get 2 off the bat with the Jazz and the Nets, although the Nets are like 12-9. You know what I mean? And they probably feel like they should be coming back at least 3-2. You know what I mean? At least 3-2. That's how they probably feel. But they do, they got to play Phoenix. They got to play LA, the Clippers and the Lakers. 3 tough teams. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a challenging road trip for the Knicks. And they got to take care of business. So they got to take care of the teams that they're supposed to beat. Right? And Utah is one of those teams that they're supposed to beat. They got to take care of business tonight. They can't, you can't underestimate Utah and figure, we're just going to step out here and be able to beat them. Because if you do that, you might catch the L. You might catch an L. But for the Knicks, starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. For the Utah Jazz, Jordan Clarkson is out, so Colin Sexton is going to be starting. I think Colin Sexton was coming off the bench. Right? Colin Sexton starting at the point guard spot. Keontae George, Okai Agbaji, Lauri Markkanen, and then Kelly Olynyk at the center spot. the bench units. When we go to the bench units, then we'll go back and we'll start talking about matchups. For the Knicks, if Emmanuel quickly is out, you're looking at Miles McBride, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett runs with the bench. Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein. Then you got Kendrick Dunn for the Utah Jazz, Horton Tucker, Hendricks, Lucas Samanak. Hopefully I said his name correctly. And then you got Yurtseven at the center spot. Your thoughts about these, just the matchups? You know what I mean? We'll get back to the bench. Let's talk about the starting lineups in those matchups, and then we'll get back to the bench. All right. Let's talk. I guess let's go right in and talk about Julius Randle and Lauri Markkanen. How do you feel? How do you feel about that matchup? And I got Mitchell Robinson there. It's supposed to be Jericho Sims, but Jericho Sims and Kelly Olynyk, I think that's a tough matchup for the Knicks too, because of the way that Kelly Olynyk can shoot the ball from the outside. He would have been a tough matchup for Mitchell Robinson or Jericho Sims. He's going to be a tough matchup.
And he's crafty.
You know what I mean? But let's start with Julius Randle and Lauri Markkanen. Your thoughts on that matchup there?
Last year Markkanen was beasting on Randle. I think this year I don't know how much he's played. I think he's coming off an injury, so I'm not expecting the same Markkanen. He hasn't been the same this year, and Randle's been on a tear as of late. So I expect that to continue. So I'm going definitely advantage Randle.
My fear is on the defensive side, because Lauri Markkanen is one of those power forwards that can stretch the floor, right? I just have a little bit more fear. Anytime Randle plays those guys, I get a little nervous that they're gonna be open from the 3-point line. They're gonna knock down threes. You know what I mean?
I could definitely see that. I mean, that would be the biggest my biggest fear in that matchup too. Markkanen getting hot from three. Randle isn't a great contester of those shots. Sometimes he's a foot or so back, too far away to really contest it. But yeah, I wouldn't be worried about much else than that. But yeah, that's definitely a concern.
Yeah, and then I mean, listen, Randle's been playing really well lately, so he's probably going to be very motivated. You know what I mean? Which we always see from Randle when he's playing well, shooting well, whatever. He gets very motivated. So I'm expecting Randle to come out and play a motivated game.
I think he's going to be motivated because he got killed last year by Markkanen.
Nah, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Markkanen, plays a lot like KP, right? And so does Olynyk doesn't play like KP, but he shoots the ball from the outside. And this is what scares me, because what we've seen with KP, this year, with as many times that we've played against Boston, is that the Knicks keep trapping off of KP, right? They trap off of KP, and then he knocks down the three.
Brook Lopez too.
And I'm afraid of that with both of these guys. That's what I'm afraid of, because they can both knock down that three. You know what I mean? I don't want to trap off of them. You know what I'm saying? I know Colin Sexton is he's fast. He's probably going to be the guy used in the pick and roll situation. So coming off that pick and roll, you do kind of hedge a little bit. But I don't want to trap him, because I'm afraid those guys are going to go crazy from the 3-point line if we're trapping off of Colin Sexton, if he's running that pick and pop with either one of those two guys. So the Knicks got to figure out, I think, a different scheme. I think they got to figure out a different scheme when they're playing power forwards and centers that can shoot the ball from three, because we're not getting the helper. You know what I mean? You know,
That's been our biggest weakness this year too.
yeah, when
Size and bigs that stretch the floor.
that stretch the floor, right? We're not getting that help to helper. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely concerned with that from both of those positions. And then of course you got R.J. Barrett, Okai Abaji. I think definitely R.J. and OJ and Abaji might guard. Well, no, Colin Sexton is a good defender, so he'll probably guard Jalen Brunson. So you'll probably have R.J. and Abaji guarding each other. I think Dante DiVincenzo will probably guard Colin Sexton. And then you'll have Keontae George. I don't know. Jalen Brunson probably guarding Keontae George. I don't know.
George
Or maybe he does guard Colin Sexton. I don't know.
George has been killing lately,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Abaji is coming off injury too.
Okay. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see the way the defensive matchups go. Given that Dante DiVincenzo is in that starting lineup now, when you're looking at a team like this with Colin Sexton, do you automatically now say Dante DiVincenzo is the guy guarding the best perimeter guy on the opposing team?
I honestly, I would when you say perimeter, no, I think we gotta hold our own. Now, if you're talking about the wing position, I think RJ has to take that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking about a one or two, at this point tonight is really pick your poison. Brunson doesn't have an easy assignment either way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think tonight he's gonna have to hold his own.
Mm-hmm.
And I would keep it not man to man literally, but Brunson on the point guard, DiVincenzo on the two, etc.
Okay. Because
it's dynamic. They have two dynamic guards,
right,
in the starting lineup.
Right. Any concern about Brunson and his ankle in guarding a guy like Colin Sexton? Because Colin Sexton's got some speed. Any concerns there?
Yeah, not just the Brunson part of it, but the protection of the rim, and because he's gonna attack all the way to the basket. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a finisher. He's gonna get to the rim. So a little bit, like we might have to decide which one. We might have to decide which one guards which. Maybe DiVincenzo might be a better option. But yeah. Like tonight is gonna be one of them nights. Like I said,
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a walk in the park. I don't think Sexton's been starting, so even the scouting or the you know what I mean, like the dynamic is gonna be a little bit different than the footage.
Mm-hmm.
They've been having different lineups throughout the year. The one thing that we got is we've been through this. This is our team. Granted, DiVincenzo is a recent change, but we've been running the same thing all year.
Right.
That's how we're gonna have to win, but we can't take them lightly.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A big shout out to P Mac from Vancouver. He said, support. Thank you for the Knicks content. So yeah, I appreciate your support, P Mac. He hit me through PayPal, $10 through PayPal. So I definitely appreciate your support. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you support the channel. All right, you can support through Cash App, $ nothing but Knicks, or you can support through PayPal. It's paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. There is the information's in your YouTube chat. It's pinned to the top of your YouTube chat, and it's also in the description of the video. And I didn't. I thought I was about to throw it into the chat. I didn't just throw it into the chat. All right, but make sure you go ahead and support it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you support it. And also, at 9 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be covering the game live on PSF. All right, there's an app called PSF, and there'll be a few games throughout the season that I'm going to cover live on PSF. If I can get the link, I'll make sure that I put the link in the chat. All right, it is it's a sports app. It's a sports app where you have fan content creators discussing their favorite teams. All right, so make sure you go check out PSF, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put that link in the chat shortly, all right, so that you have it and you can join me, and possibly Tony will be there at 9 o'clock tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be doing some other things there. So, yeah, just I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's something new. It's something new. All right, it's Pro Sports Fans. That's the name of the app, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Sports Fans. You can go into your, you can go search, you know, go into your Google Play if you're on Android, or if you're Apple, you know, go search for PSF and you should be able to download the app. All right, let's look at the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the bench and talk about the match. I mean, you know, for me, I think the Knicks bench, the Knicks got one of the best benches in the league. I'm not looking at their bench. I'm not worried about their bench. I think the Knicks bench should, even especially if Emmanuel Quickly is there, I feel like the Knicks bench should dominate their bench, or should have more depth. Let's say that. But for the bench units, we talked about the bench units. Miles McBride for the Knicks, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, and then for the Utah Jazz, Kendrick Dunn, Taylor Horton Tucker, Hendricks, Luka Samanak, and you got Yurtsevin. Any thoughts about the bench units, Tony?
Go through their bench again. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with their bigs.
Their bench is Kendrick Dunn. Then you got Taylor Horton Tucker. You got Hendricks, Luka Samanak, and you got Yurtsevin. I think Yurtsevin is a guy that I think he was there last year, and he kind of surprised us a little bit with the way that he could shoot the ball from the outside, because he could shoot it a little bit from the outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I don't remember him. I know Dunn, you know, he's got some talent. I know Torton has what's it, HTT, whatever.
Yeah,
Horton Tucker.
THT. Yeah.
THT. Yeah, I know he got some talent. But other than that, I'm not familiar with the 3 to 4 to 5. So but I know who we got. You know what I mean? I know what we could do.
Yeah. What do you think about you think Quentin Grimes is going to continue his play?
I think so. I think he's gonna. I don't know how effective. I think he's gonna continue his aggression. You know what I mean? I think that part has you know, a switch has been flipped. You know what I mean? Like he lost his spot. I don't think he's griping over it. I think he understands why. And now he's gonna take advantage of a new opportunity. You know what I mean? And I think that's how he's looking at it, like opportunity rather than a demotion.
Yeah, I hope so. I would like to see Quentin Grimes just continue to play tough. You know what I mean? Play free. He's been playing free basketball since he's been on the bench. 2 games on the bench. Seems to be playing more free. I want to see him continue to play free. You know what I mean? And now, of course, we want to see Dante DiVincenzo perform the way he did previously in that starting unit. Right? But if Quentin Grimes can continue to play free, it's a boost. It's a boost all over the place. Kerry Cox said Grimes would score 10 to 15 points tonight. I'll take that. You know what I mean? I'll take that all day. All day if he can give us 10 to 15 points. Any other matchups? Anything else on the bench? I mean, I expect Josh Hart to do his thing. Isaiah Hartenstein. You know, I think Hartenstein may even get some extra minutes tonight over Jericho Sims because of their center, Kelly Olynyk. He might be a better matchup than Jericho Sims.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, he's proven to be a better matchup when the Knicks play against shooting centers. You know what I'm saying? Than Mitchell Robinson or even a Jericho Sims. He's proven to be, you know, a guy that can defend those centers at least a little bit better. You know what I mean? At least a little bit better. What are your keys to the game tonight, though, Tony?
Defended three. That's one thing that kills us. Whether it's from the bigs or not, when we don't defend the three. So that's definitely on the defensive end. Protect the. I mean, it's gonna be hard to do both, but you know what I mean. Protect the paint, but use our strengths. Use what we've gotten this far by doing, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Offensive rebounds, low turnovers. You know what I mean. Second chance points, things of that nature that got us where we are. We got to continue to hang our hat on those things, until we develop, you know, new wrinkles.
Right. I think the first thing that I'm queuing in on, like I said at the beginning of the show, is to win the games you're supposed to win. That's the first thing that I'm queuing in on. Win the games that you're supposed to win. You know what I mean? Because we've been doing it all season long. But if you start losing the games that you're supposed to win, now you're in trouble. We haven't been able to really beat any of the teams that are above us, right? We haven't beaten those teams. We haven't been able to knock one of them off. So until you start knocking those teams off, it's even more important to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. And this is one of those games. You got to get that win. Right? You can't play it around. You can't play around with them. Get the win, and set yourself up for success for the next game. Pick up the defense, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. The defense, I mean, the Knicks have been giving up crazy points over the last few games. Wild points. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, 146, 130. We're not going to win that way. Are you concerned at all about the defense, Tony?
I am, to an extent, because the question is our offense for real? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And it might just be the league. You know what I mean? Because the numbers are up throughout the league, and as this year progresses, the numbers are up. Not just for the Knicks, but just, you know what I mean, for a lot of teams, or just the league in general. So I mean, I'm a little concerned, but we won a couple of these games too. You know what I mean? So as long as we outscore them, I mean, even Tibbs said it. You know what I mean? It's about scoring more points. So as long as we win, I'm all right with it. I was surprised he said it. You know what I mean? But I mean, even Tibbs is conceding, like, hey,
nah, I get it.
Do I want these kind of games? No. But,
right.
You know what I mean? But
I just get concerned, man, that the Knicks are not able to keep up. That's what I get concerned about, that they're not able to keep up this level of scoring throughout the season. We'll see, but I don't know if they can keep up this level of scoring. You know what I mean? I'm not confident that they've turned the corner to now be an offensive juggernaut. Where they're going to outscore teams in this fashion, 136 points every night. You know what I mean? And I just don't see that this team is the team that's going to hang their hat on being an offensive juggernaut. We'll see. But I want them to pick up the defense. You know what I mean? I think if we're going to win a lot of games this season, we're going to have to do it defensively. We'll need to have a good offense, a decent offense, and I think have a top defense. You know what I mean? The last few games, the defense just, I don't know if it's the Knicks defense or other teams. Their offense is just that good, the teams that we've been playing. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I don't know. But I want the Knicks to pick up the defense. What'd you say?
It's the threes.
The threes. Yeah. The threes. Hold the lead. Hold the lead if they get it. That's my next one. We've seen the Knicks several times this season have leads, double-digit leads, but not keep the lead. let the team back in the game. If we get a lead, we got to hold the lead, keep the lead. You know what I'm saying? Not let Utah back in the game. And I know with the way teams can shoot the three and all that kind of stuff is much easier said than done. Much easier said than done, but we got to hold the lead when we get it, ladies and gentlemen. I think against Toronto, we had built up a 10, 12-point lead at some point in the game. You know, I don't think we ever got it over that, but we kept letting them back in. You know what I'm saying? Because they were hitting threes. They were knocking down threes, and it's a good thing that we were knocking down threes, shooting, you know, a high clip from the three-point line. But we get a lead, you know, let's suffocate them and take them out. Suffocate them and take them out. Team rebound. I'll keep coming back to it, and I think Taj Gibson helps. I doubt he's going to play that much because we got Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein, but Taj Gibson can help in that department, right? But we got a team rebound. Mitchell Robinson's a monster on the glass, was giving you double-digit rebounds per game, grabbing a high number of offensive rebounds. You know what I mean? So the Knicks got to continue the team rebound. Julius Randle get his 10 rebounds a game. Josh Hart grabs 7. R.J. Barrett grabs 6 or 7 rebounds. You know, Jericho Sims give you 7 to 8 rebounds a game. You know what I mean? Isaiah Hartenstein give you 7 to 8 rebounds. You know, we can get that kind of group rebounding. The Knicks can keep up that, you know, being one of the top rebounding teams in the league. And we got the personnel to do it, in my opinion. Knicks got the personnel to do it. Jerry Fitz said the Knicks will be underdogs the next 9 games after tonight. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Get off to a good start, right? We want to hold the lead, but we want to get off to a good start, right? Let's not start with any kind of, you know, double-digit deficit or anything like that. Let's get off to a good start and then hold the lead. Finish the game. You know what I mean? You know, we do those things, man. I think we win tonight. It's not going to be an easy victory, but I think we can, you know, I think we win. I think we win tonight. I think the one thing about this team, I think that they're very serious. They're very focused. You know what I mean? They understand better, I think, what it takes to win. I think they do understand that teams are looking at them and you know, they have a target on their back on their back because they've been a good basketball team, right? So when teams know, like, okay, New York is coming and it's going to be a battle, you know, so they're stepping up ready to play. So I think they understand that and they get it. I think they get it. And so they're ready to take care of business, and I think they're going to take care of business tonight. But they got to get off to a good start, man. What do you think about these keys? Anything you want to add?
I think you're spot on, man. Especially emphasis on getting off to the good start, whether it's Randall or Brunson.
Yeah.
Both have done it this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Randall as of late. I like to see Brunson get off to a hot start tonight. Especially if it doesn't affect Randall's overall performance moving forward. But because Brunson's kind of been a little slumpy lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's probably the ankle. Let's hopefully that's healing up. And RJ, man, let's see another big performance from RJ. I think out of our big three, he's the one that has advantage tonight, right? If anybody. So let's see him actually get off to a good start.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Just looking at some of the numbers between the two teams, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks average 113 a game, Utah 111. Utah is actually a better rebounding team than the Knicks by 0.7 rebounds per game. They average 26.5 assists. The Knicks average 24. I think that's the most we've seen the Knicks average. The Knicks are normally around 21 and 22 a game the past 3 seasons. They're at 24 right now. We need to keep that up. Continue to move the ball, shoot the ball well, and get assists. Right? The Knicks 7.6 steals, Utah 6.7. 3 blocks for the Knicks, 5.9 for Utah. Utah will turn the ball over a little bit. The Knicks should take advantage of that. If they're going to turn the ball over, capitalize on it. They average 16.7 turnovers a game. The Knicks are a low turnover team at 12.5. Right? The Knicks are actually a better shooting team than Utah, and that's rare. Normally coming into the game, the Knicks are not the better shooting team, but tonight they're a better shooting team than the Utah Jazz. About a full percentage point better than the Utah Jazz. They shoot the 3-ball better than Utah. The Knicks are shooting at 38.4% on the season. Utah shooting 34.9%. Points in the paint, Utah's better, 50.5. Points in the paint, the Knicks 45.5. Second chance points, the Knicks 16.6, Utah 17.3. Fast break points, the Knicks 14, Utah 15. For all intents and purposes, though, they have very similar numbers on the season. Very similar. The Knicks shoot the ball better, and that might be the big difference in the game. The Knicks are a better shooting team than somebody. Can you believe it? Shout out to Alex Moreno. Thank you for the PayPal. He hit me on PayPal. He said, keep up the great Knick work. I appreciate it, Alex. He dropped me with a $15 PayPal. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. Any thoughts behind these numbers there, though, Tony?
I think that puts more emphasis on defending a 3 from Market and Olynyk. You know what I mean? Because if we can neutralize those two at the 3, you know what I mean, it may be that may be our advantage. I would assume they're the better 3-point shooters on that team.
Right. Yeah. There it is, man. Right now, Jordan Clarkson actually leads them in scoring at 16.6. He's not playing tonight. Jalen Brunson is leading the Knicks at 24.6, but it's been Julius Randle over the last, 6 to 7 games who's been leading the Knicks. He's been the Knicks' best scorer, best player over the last 6 to 7 games. He's been tearing it up. John Collins not playing tonight. Averages 8.6 rebounds. He's leading them in rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 10.3, leads the Knicks, but he's not playing tonight. Keontae George leads Utah in assists at 5.2. Jalen Brunson leads the Knicks at 5.6. And then blocks, John Collins leads Utah just under a block a game, and the Knicks are led by Mitchell Robinson with just over 1 block per game. Neither one of those guys are playing tonight. Neither one of those guys are playing. Utah's got 2 primary, John Collins and Jordan Clarkson. Those are 2 primary guys that are out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Primary guys. You know what I mean? So, Tony, Knicks win tonight for sure for you?
Yeah, I think so. We need a loser's lounge. We need a back-to-back.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, for me too, man. I think the Knicks, it's going to be a win tonight. I'm not going to say it's a blowout, but I think the Knicks get the win. I think they take it and then, start gearing up for a tough schedule after that. You know what I mean? Any last words, though? I know this is a short one, ladies and gentlemen. I expect it to be a little bit longer because I thought I was going to start earlier, right? But I got in a little bit late, but I do need to set up for this, calling the game on the Pro Sports Fans app at 9 o'clock. I did put the link in the YouTube chat, and I'm putting the link in there again right now. I'll be calling the game at 9 o'clock. All right. And I do have, like a partner, a guy that's going to be in there too. But Tony, you can definitely come in with us as well. You know what I mean? And join us. All you got to do is go to that link that I put in the YouTube chat, ladies and gentlemen, and you can download whether you have an Android or you have an Apple phone, you can download this app. All right. And, there's football, basketball, baseball. There's betting numbers in there that you can follow. You can't bet through the app, not yet, but, I think that's coming soon. So, check it out. You might enjoy it. You might like it. And I'll be doing some other things on that app as well. So make sure you check it out.
Congratulations on the expansion.
Yeah, trying. We doing what we can do. You know what I mean?
See,
Doing what we can do.
You two acting funny. Doors start opening.
That's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what
Oh,
happens.
I wanted to highlight this and get your thoughts. If you saw the Draymond Green incident last night,
I didn't see
and
the incident.
okay, yeah, he pretty much backhand slapped Joseph from the Suns. Knocked him down. I don't know if he exaggerated the hit, but it looked pretty bad. Yeah, suspended indefinitely. It's another incident with Draymond. But I just wanted to get your thoughts, man. I know you didn't see it, but what do you think of him getting suspended again? Six games, after coming back.
I don't know what's up with Draymond. Maybe he's going through something.
A lot of people have been saying that.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's going through something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. Bugging out. It's been the past few years, he's just always in the news for something like this.
Yeah, they got a whole timeline the last 14 months all the incidents. With Jordan Poole and Sabonis
I don't know what's up with Draymond. It's crazy. He's got to get it together though, man. He's gonna ruin. I mean, he's got his contract, but I'm sure, I don't know. How old is Draymond?
At least 34.
And maybe he doesn't think he's gonna get another one. Maybe he's like, you know what?
But he just got this one.
He just got this.
So I mean, that's nothing. I mean, you're not helping that situation,
right?
Two questions. Do you think it's time for the Warriors to test the market on him, see what they could do with him, and do you think teams would still be interested?
I think teams would still be interested. I think they might still be interested. They're going to do their background and find out, all right, what's going on. But I think teams would be interested in Draymond themselves. I don't know if they're interested in the contract, though.
I mean, 3 years, $100 million, right? No, 4 years, $100 million.
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
25 a year. I mean, that ain't bad. All right, that's it, man. Go Knicks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Losers Lounge, watch along.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah. Check us out. Check us out, man, on the PSF app. 9:00. I'm about to go start getting set up. See if my man Davin is in there. You know what I mean? And we're gonna do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Something new. Learning how to do it. All right. So join us at 9:00. I ain't trying to, step on G-Mo's feet or nothing like that, but it's something new. So, we'd like you to join us. Right? And I'll be back for the post-game show without a doubt. And hopefully we'll be doing a Losers Lounge and all of that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out of here. Peace.
This is MBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is MBK, nothing but Knicks.